An effeminate voice with a southern twang asks me. I narrow my eyes from the board on the wall to the young man behind the desk who was looking at me with a big, bright smile on his glossy lips. Actually, you can. Do you fancy playing Russian roulette with me? I ask him with a smile and he looks at me like I've lost my mind. Ma'am, this is an airport, it's not a casino, he says, and I chuckle. I know that, sir, I'm just looking to get away from New York for a little while, but I'm stuck on where to go, I say, and he rolls his eyes in a jokey and semi-serious kind of way. Let me guess, you're running away from a boy? Got it in one, I say while nodding my head and smiling. Dylan Tate is definitely a little boy. Grown men, who are mature, don't do what he did. You really shouldn't let a man run you out of your own home, honey, because the moment you give a man that type of power and control, it's hard to get it back. Well, it's kind of hard to stay here when my fiancé screwed my brother behind my back, I say angrily, while smiling a sad and pained smile as the guy behind the desk gasps dramatically and clutches at his invisible pearls. Oh my, he says as he straightens his jacket and looks at me with a shocked and sympathetic expression. Well, if I can make a suggestion, London is always beautiful at this time of year, London. I think to myself as I smile a real and genuine smile. This is the first time in 4 whole weeks that I've smiled like this. I've always wanted to visit London, England, but for some reason, it just never happened. The UK has also got a lot of historical and cultural spots if you're interested in that type of stuff. Not to mention their nightlife is lit, he says the last bit while doing a little twerk before quickly getting himself together and looking around to see if anyone had seen him do it. Sorry ma'am, that wasn't professional at all, don't worry about it, I said while chuckling. It looks like I'm going to London then. When does the next flight leave? In 20 minutes, ma'am, great, book me a seat please. Oh, and make sure it's one way, I say, and the guy looks up at me with sympathetic eyes. He then arranges my ticket for me and books me on the next flight to London. I was so excited, but I was also feeling really nervous as well, especially when I was handed my ticket and I was told what gate I had to go to. The reason why I felt this way is because this meant it was real. I was really leaving not just New York but also America, my home, and right now with how I'm feeling, it's going to be for good. I thank the worker who wishes me good luck as I head towards my gate and take a seat, letting out a sigh as I did. The past 4 weeks have been super freaking crazy and stressful for me, and I just can't wait to get away for a little while so that I can get over recent events, get myself together and work on myself mentally. I take a sip of my water as my mind drifts back to 4 weeks ago when all of this mess started. My fiancé Dylan Tate and I were hosting our engagement party at the Ritz-Carlton, and it was supposed to be the party of the century. The Carpenter, Black and Tate families are the top 3 most powerful, influential, and richest families in New York's elite, and the fact that 2 of these families were joining together through marriage was a big freaking deal, but I didn't care about any of that. I loved Dylan and I had loved him ever since I first set my eyes on him when I was 16.